Hello. It's 6 in the morning. I'm supposed to be in work in like an hour, but I don't know. I just want to take a moment to kind of rant, I guess. For those of you who know me, um, you know that I don't wake up early, and I don't know. I might say some dumb things because I'm not thinking straight in the morning, but been up since like 3:30, and I woke up at 3:30. Needed to go to the bathroom. Came out of the bathroom, checked my phone to look at the time, saw the notifications on my phone. I'm kind of an OCD guy, so like I kind of have to get rid of the notifications. And I click into Facebook to get rid of some of the notifications, and all I see is like a whole bunch of like anger, frustration, and hate on both ends. And I don't know, it kind of just frustrated me to read some of these things. And so yeah, I've been up in the last 3 hours. Like I was trying to go back to sleep, but I couldn't because I was so frustrated and I was thinking about all this stuff. And made me want to record this video. Um, I don't know who's gonna watch the video. I hope I don't offend too many people by what I'm about to say. But let me just preface the message. I want to say that I'm not I'm not a smart guy. I'm not like a super smart guy. I don't know my stuff really well. I can't pull out a bunch of statistics and information. I can't argue very well in situations. I can't debate very well. Um, but I'm also not like stupid. At least I like to think that I'm not stupid. Um, but I'm frustrated. I think, and I wanna mainly address the people that are protesting and that are on about this whole like Black Lives Matter thing. Um, and before you start accusing me of being like a racist or whatever, or like being inconsiderate, um, I do, I care about Black lives. Uh, I understand that the whole George Floyd thing was really upsetting and it wasn't fair. Um, and I understand that, people, especially black people that are targeted or murdered by cops, like that's not okay. That's nobody in their right mind should think that that's okay. Um, but there is literally nothing to gain from protesting, in my opinion. Okay, everything that I'm about to say is obviously my opinion. You can take it or leave it. You can agree to disagree if you want. You can hate me for saying things. I don't know. I don't know who's gonna watch the video, but maybe nobody's gonna watch it. But the point is, if people want change, if you want change, then you have to change. If you're watching this video and you are one of those people that supports protests, or you are one of the protesters, or you are one of the people that's like that's against like big companies and that hates the president Donald Trump, or that hates like rich people and how selfish they are sometimes. If you're one of those people, I want you to listen to what I have to say and think about yourself instead of blaming others. Because what I'm about to say can be pretty, like, I guess, inconsiderate. Um, First of all, I just want to say that you, not all of you, but most of you, are selfish and lazy individuals. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but you might think to yourself that you are not lazy because you're out on the streets protesting and you're giving it your all to express yourself. Like, okay, but if you want actual change, like you can't just complain. Like complaining doesn't do anything. Um You know, people say, oh, I don't like the big companies. They take advantage of people. Yeah, but you're all still walking around with your iPhones or Samsungs. You're all still wearing your Nike shoes or your Nike clothes, your Adidas. You still got your fancy bags. Like, you literally still support these people. Why? Because you're selfish. That's like the only way I can say it. Like, because you don't care enough to want change. Otherwise, you would change yourself. Like, people want these big companies to give them money and to give them handouts. But that's not how life works. You have to work for this stuff. Like, the individuals that are billionaires, that are super rich, that are at the top of these companies, okay, hold on. Let's just come to terms with the fact that we will never take them down. Okay? We're never going to take them down. They're too smart. Okay? They got millions and millions of dollars, some of them billions of dollars that they've saved up. Even if you choke out their companies, like I saw this thing, it's like, oh, on July 7th, let's not buy anything. Let's support local black businesses. Let's not spend any money so that, like, we can hit these companies. But no, that's the stupidest thing. That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. You're not going to harm any of these top individuals by not buying their products. The only people you're going to harm are the people that you're trying to fight for. Like, oh my gosh, it's just doesn't make any sense. If you actually want to change, there's like thousands of people that want to protest, that want change. There's tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people that are like, I hate these rich companies and they take advantage of people. What if out of the hundreds of thousands of you pitched in together to start your own company? Like, if you really want to change, then you would start your own company that will pay their employees $30 an hour, and the people at the top of the company won't walk away with millions, and you're not going to take advantage of, like, children in, like, Vietnam or Malaysia to make your clothes or your products. Like, you're going to make them yourself. But the truth is, most of you people don't want to work. You don't want to do that kind of work. It's not you don't want to work. You want to work, but you don't want to do that kind of work. You don't want to be in a factory sewing clothes because you're worth more than that, or so you'd like to think. And yet you want change. You want these rich people to just give you money. For what? You didn't do anything to deserve that money. If you want change, then change it yourself. It's not about the money. It's about the concept of change. Like, you're just too lazy to change. Like, nobody wants to give up their stuff. Everybody wants to be comfortable. And you know what? That's fine. I don't care. I don't care if you want to live a rich, comfortable life. Okay? It's not about what stuff you want. Like, I want nice stuff. Like, everyone wants nice stuff. I don't know who doesn't want nice stuff. But stop complaining. If you want nice stuff, then stop complaining. If you want to complain about this, like, oh, it's not fair, these big company people are taking advantage, or Donald Trump is taking advantage of the US, like, what? No, they're only taking advantage because you're stupid enough to let them take advantage of you. Like, okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to I'm getting a little too, like, heated about this, but my point is, if protesters, if the people that are protesting, the people that are supporting protests, the people that are angry at the people that don't like protests, like, if you want real change, then you need to work together. You need to actually come up with a plan. You don't just go out into the streets with your signs and your masks and you chant Black Lives Matter, equality, justice. You don't do that. That doesn't change anything. You want good police officers? Then go become a police officer. Oh, well, you might argue with me, well, I don't want to be a police officer. I want to be a interior designer. I want to be a film director. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a police officer. Then if you don't want to put in the effort to change the police system, then stop complaining. If you're too lazy to change those things, then stop complaining. The fact is, most cops are good people, and they're good cops, and they do their job properly. Like, there's a few cops, there are a few cops that are terrible people, and they do terrible things, But that doesn't mean you just say, oh, get rid of all the cops, get rid of all their pensions. Let's defund the police. Let's take these people out of their jobs just because they're white or because they're police officers. Like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, if you're not okay with the police system, then how about a few of you go into the police academy yourselves with your high and righteous mindsets and your thoughts and be good police? Like, I'm sure that out of the hundreds of thousands of you, there's got to be some of you that want to be police. Like, go be good cops. Like, don't take away law enforcement. Law enforcement is there to help us. Like, it's a good thing. Like, nobody likes parking tickets or nobody likes speeding tickets, but like, it's a good thing. I don't know. There's just like, there's no reason that like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, if you want to change, then you got to change things yourself. Like, to really have change, you have to start your own companies. If you don't like the fact that big tech companies like Amazon are taking advantage of you, then stop buying stuff off of Amazon. But the thing is, most of you people won't, because you're selfish, because you're lazy, and you want to be comfortable and happy yourself. The thing is, sadly, most people in the world, probably myself included, actually very likely myself included, are more selfish than we care to admit. We want to live a comfortable life. We want to be good. We want to be happy. We want to be wealthy. We want to be rich and famous. Like, people just want good things for themselves. And then you know, when we're taken care of, we want like, oh, we want to feel better about ourselves, so we want to be a part of a good cause like Black Lives Matter. But you don't really care. You don't really care, because I read a post today about a half-black man that's literally worried for himself because he thinks that other people are afraid of him just because he's black, because of the things that protesters are doing. Like, certain protesters, not all protesters. Like, some protesters are fine, they're peaceful, whatever. I don't care. I still don't think protesting is effective, but you know, you can do it if you want. I don't care. But like, if you really cared, then you would listen. Like, there's black men like him that are feeling threatened. And he's not one of the protesters. He's not on the street. He wants the protests to stop because he wants people to just be good people and be smart people. Like, if you wanted to be smart and you wanted to have change, then create your own companies. Build your own companies. You got hundreds of thousands of people. You got plenty of funding if you want. Ask for donations. If you really want change, then put some trust in some leaders, some good leaders, and like, give them your money so that they can start a company that can finally match up to these massive companies. Because here's the deal, these companies, they're not going to just listen to you and be like, oh, we want money, and they're just going to hand you their millions of dollars. No. The difference between you and them is that both of you might work hard, but they're smarter. They're a lot smarter than you. They work smart. You work hard and you work stupid. Like, it's illogical. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I don't know. I'm just frustrated. I see all these things on social media from people that I respect a lot, or I respected a lot, past tense. And I'm just like, why? Why are you falling victim to such stupid arguments? Like, people on both sides are arguing like, oh, nobody wants to have a discussion. Nobody wants to talk about it. Everyone just wants to complain. Well, people on both sides are doing the same thing. Like, to the people out there that are laughing at protesters and thinking that they're stupid, like, stop laughing. It's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's not a funny situation. Like, you're not helping the situation. You're just kind of being a jerk if you're laughing at these people. Now, albeit they're not very smart, they're not being very smart. Like, protests, okay, I heard this argument the other day. Oh, protests are super effective. No, I've never, like, I'm trying to retrace my thought, and I've never known any protest to actually be effective. Like, usually change happens when somebody of power creates change, or somebody has a connection to somebody else that has power, or there's a lot of killing. Like, I don't think that's what any of us want, but like, you know, like, abolish slavery, civil war, there's a lot of death. Like, change takes dramatic measures, and protesting does not count as one of those measures. It's just not smart. It's you see these videos of people that are like fighting cops in rioting gear and like police are like throwing tear gas. Like, why? Why would you put yourself out there to get tear gassed? It's not smart. Like, it's not an effective way of change. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why? Why? If you really want change, then stop buying the stuff from these big companies. But you're not going to do that because you're selfish. Because you care more about yourself than you really care about black lives. Because you care more about your own comfort than you care about social justice or inequalities. Like, that's just the fact. I don't know, you might hate me for saying that. Whatever, I don't care if you hate me, but like, that's the truth. Like, you can't argue with the fact that you care more about yourself than you actually care about this cause that you're so rooting for. Like, it's just, most people are just selfish, you know? I'm selfish. Like, it's kind of why I don't do stuff like protests, because I'm lazy. Like, I don't want to go out there on the streets for hours and like hold up a sign and just yell at the top of my lungs. Like, that's so pointless. It doesn't do anything. I don't know. Whatever. I just wanted to get that out. And like, oh, also one more thing. I saw this thing that somebody was there's my alarm. Somebody was like July, okay, this person, I actually respect this person a lot. I consider her a friend, but like, I'm not a huge fan of this post. And it's something like, don't celebrate on July 4th, because we're not a good country. Because Donald Trump is in power, and our government refuses to fix the coronavirus situation that the rest of the world seems to have under control. Oh my Lanta. If you want to fix the coronavirus situation, stay home. Like, why are you protesting in crowds? Oh my gosh, your masks, the masks that you wear, the bandanas, literally don't do crap. Like, you people are not 6 feet apart. Like, there's hundreds of people protesting. Why do you think the numbers are spiking? Because you're all gathering together. Stay home. Like, it's not that hard. Oh my gosh. Like, and stop blaming the government for not fixing the coronavirus situation when you idiots are the ones that are spreading it. Okay, maybe that was a little too rude. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to pick fights. I don't want to argue. I don't want to like insult people. Like I said, like, I'm not perfect. I have many faults. Many. And I'm sure you can notice just from watching this video that, you know, probably got problems. Everybody's got problems. But the truth is, unless we're willing to overcome our selfish, greedy, lazy selves, real change will never happen. Unless we're willing to actually put something on the line and risk everything, like, change will never happen. I know there are some people out there that actually put everything on the line. You know, there's people out there that invest all their money, all their belongings to try to achieve change. But the sad thing is, most of the people in these groups, most of these people that advocate for change or whatever, they're not willing to sacrifice what they have. They just want the rich people to sacrifice what they have. That's not going to happen. Can we just agree that the rich people are never going to give us their money? Why? Probably because we don't deserve it. We haven't done anything to deserve it. You don't like companies? You don't like being paid minimum wage? Then get a group of people, start your own company, and pay everyone else what you think they should be paid. Stop asking these big companies to pay you what you think you should be paid. It's not up to them to take care of you, okay? It's up to you to take charge of your own life and like do something about it. I'm so sick of like just this idea of like criminalizing people because they've been smart and successful, like financially successful. I'm not talking about like successful in life, but like, you know, they're rich. They're financially successful. And just because somebody's financially successful doesn't mean that they have this sudden responsibility to give you money. Like, if you're rich, if you're like a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever, like just a really rich person, and you want to give your money out, whatever, do whatever you want. I don't think it's effective. Just hand out your money. I don't think that helps at all. I mean, recently a lot of people have been raising charities for like Black Lives Matter. Like, what are you raising charities for? Like, are you educating these people, or are you just giving them money so that they can like survive their battle? Like, you're really gonna try to battle these like billionaire companies. You're trying to outlast billionaire companies in this like war for social justice? Like, what? That's not even smart. That's just stupid. Like, there's no way. It doesn't matter how many charity donations you get. You're never going to outlast a $1 billion company. Because why? Because the money that you're being donated, you're just spending it back to these companies so that you can keep complaining. Like, complaining doesn't do anything. Protesting is pretty much complaining. Like, that's it. That's pretty much all it is. You literally don't do anything effective with your time. You're not doing anything else other than complaining. Protests don't do anything. Like, I understand that people want to express their opinions. Use social media to express your opinions. Plenty of people have been doing that recently. Like, just do that. Quit wasting your time protesting and flipping cop cars and setting buildings on fire. Like, that literally doesn't do anything. It's not the local business that you set on fire that's going to change your lives. It's you. You're the only one that's going to change the world. Like, if you want to change the world, then do something about it. Like, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm getting like way too into this, but mostly because it's like the morning and I'm not a very good morning person. Anyway, I was thinking about what I would say in this video for like 3 hours, 2.5 hours, and yeah, this isn't coming out the way I planned for it to come out. If I've been rude, I apologize, but I do not take back anything that I've said. My intentions for this video is not to hurt people or to piss people off. My intention for this rant is so that people can please start using their brains and think more logically and more intelligently. And I know, like, some people might watch this video and be like, what do you know? Like, you're some dude that just, like, has a part-time job and, like, you don't even have your degree yet. I'm working on it. I'm working on that. But, like, what do you know? You don't have any merit or standings to, like, tell me how to live my life. Okay, if that's how your reaction is to this video, okay, whatever. You know what? Everybody has their own right to do what they want. You have a right. You have a right to live your life. You have a right to keep buying your Nike clothes, or you have your right to keep shopping at Walmart. I shop at Walmart. You have your right to do all that. But, like, just stop complaining. If you're not gonna actually change, like, if you're not gonna put in the effort to change and all you want to do is complain, can you just please stop? At least, okay, you know what? If you want to complain, that's fine. If you want to protest, then protest. But please don't claim that you're trying to make a difference, because you're not. You're just whining. And it's so sad that the world is just so whiny. Like, if you want to see what happens, okay, well, Hong Kong had their protest. Look at what's happening over there now. It literally didn't do anything. Oh, well, maybe they needed to protest harder. No, stop. Maybe they needed to use their brains and figure something else out. Like, this battle is so ineffective. And that's coming from me. Like, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think people need to be millionaires or billionaires. But you know what? They are. And it's not up to them to, like, fill our wallets. Like, that's not their responsibility. They have a right just as much as you have to live the way of life that they live, just like the way you live your life. Oh, I don't know. That didn't come out very smooth, but, like, you get the picture. Like, people can live however they want to live, but let's at least be upfront about it. Like, if you want to change, then yeah, just change. I don't know. This video has gone on long enough, and I gotta go to work. I don't even know if anyone's gonna watch this video. If you do watch it, like I said, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not just trying to like yell and like I am frustrated, as you can tell. But I'm not trying to be like a jerk. I'm trying to be understanding, okay? I've tried to look at your point of view, and I see your point of view, all right? It's not fair. There are things that are not fair in life. But you know what? To change these not fair things, we have to change them ourselves. We can't expect the people that create these situations of unfairness to change it, because if they created the situation, what makes you think they're going to change it? Like that's just not logical, you know? And I hope that you people can just put your brains together. There's got to be some of you that are smart enough to be leaders. Yeah, I know there's leaders in each protest. Like, how about instead of leading a protest, you lead like a cause for like some actual change. Like, start a company, start a clothing line, start a food company. Like the truth is, like, most of us aren't willing to go and take the baby steps. We just want instant gratification because, well, that's the world we live in. We're used to instant gratification. But if you want real change, you want cheaper foods, then plant them yourself. You want good vegan products, then plant them yourself. You want you don't want little kids to be making your clothes anymore, then make them yourself. Like, oh, but the reality is you can't just make them yourself. You have to like plant cotton fields or raise silkworms and like create your own fabric so that you can start making your own clothes. And the fact is, most of us are too lazy to do that kind of stuff. That's hard work. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be picking cotton, like, and making my own clothes. That's way too much work. So I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy my $3-4 t-shirts. But I'm not gonna complain about it. Like, okay, that's a little bit messed up. But like I said, I'm not a perfect person. I'm selfish too. I'm just trying to tell you not to be two-faced. And like, if you're gonna be selfish like me, then stop trying to claim like you're there for social justice, because you're not. Like, you might care a little, and that's cute, but like, you don't really care. You don't care enough to like actually change your life. Anyway, I'm gonna be late for work, but I'm gonna upload this video a little bit later today. I just hope I don't piss off too many people. I hope like somebody, maybe at least one person watching this video, can kind of understand what I'm getting at here. Maybe. Anyway, sorry it's been so up and down. It's the morning. I'm definitely not a morning person. I usually wake up at like 2 p.m., which is not good. I need to align my life. See, I need to make some changes. I need to do better. But obviously, in the end, it's for myself. Because, well, I can admit that I am a selfish individual. I want to be happy. I want to have things. That's just the sad reality of it. I care about people. It doesn't, just because I'm selfish, though, it doesn't make me a racist. Like, I'm not racist towards black people just because I don't go out onto the streets and protest. I'm not supporting the idea of billionaire giants that take advantage of the world. I just kind of admit that I'm not smart enough and I don't work hard enough to overcome them taking advantage of me. Like, maybe someday I'll become smart enough. I don't know. But at least right now, like, dude, Amazon takes all my money pretty much. Like, frick. But at least I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about it. Am I happy with the situation? Not necessarily. But, you know, I have the stuff that I want. Anyway, sorry, I'm just mumbling now. But anyway, if you have listened and you've gotten all the way here, thank you for listening. I hope you took something from it, and I hope that it was a good use of your 30 minutes. If it wasn't, I apologize for wasting your time. You chose to watch the video. Anyways, thanks for listening.